Oh. Top 8 most played games, I guess? Or most recently played. I just want Puyo, not Puyo 4. The bad one. Oh, these cables are so long on this N64 controller. Anyway. Hi, welcome to Puyo. God, the art's so good in this. Everything is just so charming. N64 games never looked this sharp. Ugh. Yay! Ugh. Yo, Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I think... So I don't know if this saved, and I never know if it's rotating left or right, I just know if it's rotating the way that I want it to. If two players got a different controller configuration than single player, it probably saved. Yo. Oh god, dude, I was looking at some of the recordings yesterday from the Jeopardy Gauntlet, and oh god, it was so fucking boring. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was kind of fun, but like, oh, the amount of just like crappy text on a screen with no music. Oh, it was so low rent. And I played it until 3 in the morning. Anyway, hello. They replaced my dishwasher. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. Oh, actually, no, I don't want any of that. Kept leaking. Had leaked onto the downstairs neighbor, into their ceiling, and it was apparently a whole thing. So now I have a new one, and hopefully it's not like super grindy and loud like my old one was. Can't wait to wash dishes. Oh, what am I doing? Is it this? I think it's green is the trigger. Shit, green's not the trigger. Oh, that whole thing is now screwed up. Oh, I don't even want to play anymore. Why, what? The dishwasher? Oh, dude, the dishwasher's so good, and I haven't even used it, but every time I open it up, it smells exactly like... And I don't know if this is like a smell that exists anymore, but it smells exactly like unboxing like a brand new Dell computer. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a plastic tech smell that's so good and nostalgic and would probably give you a headache if you sat there and huffed it. And I only say Dell because like it was the only pre-built computers I had. That I associate with smelling like that. Everything else is like a laptop or a computer I built. Just still the same one that I'm using. But man, does it smell like Pentium 4 era Dell tower. I think I need yellows, right? I kind of stopped paying attention. We could probably do that though and not fuck it up. We need yellows with blue on it? Whatever, we'll just pop it. I don't know how to explain it. It just smells distinct It's like new car smell, but it's new PC smell. In the same way that like a spindle of CDRs has a very specific smell. But I hear about the PS5 becoming $150 more expensive. Yeah, I did. It's very funny. I was talking to my coworkers about it earlier. Because I saw like the Wario64 post. I can't believe a PS4 Pro is like $900. Like, it's fucked. You could just buy a console at launch and years later still probably flip it for a profit. We live in hell. Everything is terrible. Everything will always get worse forever. The end. That's the one secret they don't want you to know, but it's true. Which is why, instead of spending $1 billion on a PS5, I spent $1 billion on an FPGA N64. Now watch this drive. God, I'm so good at block stacking game for children. 11. I am playing on said FPGA. See? I never was happy with N64 emulation. Like, I'm sure if I fucked around with some of the cycle-accurate emulators, I don't even know if my computer would run them at full speed, but it would probably be better. But every single time I've emulated an N64, either via like Dolphin Virtual Console or Project 64, which yes, I know is a billion years old, but still holds an outsized portion of my brain hostage. Or like Mupen or whatever else I've tried. It's always been weird and kind of janky. Like, oh, the 2D assets never quite seem to be right, or like they're cut out in a weird way, or upscaled or filtered in a weird way. Like, I don't know. I probably could have fixed that and had it spit out just like a 320p image with deblur on or off. But you know, the Analog Pocket or the Analog 3D is transparent purple, so I had to buy it. Anything that's atomic purple is all right by me. So yeah, I don't know. I like this thing. I think it's pretty good. I haven't had any other FPGA devices, and I don't know how this compares to like a Mr. or a Mr. Pi or whatever they are. Turn this up slightly. Because that's also got an N64 core that's not horrendous. But like, this is shaped sort of like an N64. And that's also pretty good. Oh, you can do that. If we could do that. Kind of a bad idea, though. Because we have to... How would we dig that out? I guess we just do this. Because it's... Oh, wait, I see what I was trying to do. That's gotta have a... Yeah, like that, okay. God, I felt like when I got that everything but Stromboli adapter on Amazon, I think when I first bought it, I felt like I was being gaslit. Like, everything I saw, I was like, everything but Stromboli is a reputable manufacturer of fine tech products. And it's like, what are you talking about? This isn't a company, this isn't a brand. Oh, I screwed that up. But the company going, we're a legitimate company. Here's the story of how we got our incredibly stupid name that literally anybody with any sort of understanding of anything would say is a terrible name. But, here you go. Reads and writes to memory cards. Man, that was almost an all clear. And by almost, I mean it was, one. Like, everything but Stromboli. Like, what the... You know... What a terrible fucking name. I'm sorry. It's like, I guess, memorable. But, like... You know... It's like an in-joke that I don't get. Like... You know, everyone's like, oh, everything but the kitchen sink. That's a saying. But, like, I don't even know if I know what Stromboli actually is. Like, I know it is Italian, and I know it is food, and I know it's kind of a funny word to say. But, you know, it's in the same way that, like, oh, like Kalamazoo or Sheboygan are, like, funny places or something. But I wouldn't name it like, oh, here's my tech company. It's, you know... Kalamazoo City.
Beauty.
Yeah, and, like, surely, like, software emulation for the N64 has got to be, like, good enough. By now. Although I'm sure a lot of it's also down to just the N64 kind of being crap. Like, it's good, it's great. The N64, I think, holds on to a lot of nostalgia factor in people's brains, specifically because of the name. But, like, oh, you make an emulator for the N64, and, like, what does it gotta do? It's gotta run Mario, and, you know, Zelda, and Banjo. And yeah, Banjo's maybe gonna have that graphical glitch where every time it does the little puzzle piece transition animation, it ends up, you know, making the screen black. But, you know, it still works. It's fine. But you know, it probably, you know, like, just has to do the basics, and then it's, like, good enough. I don't know. Analog 3D's pretty good. Oh, look at that little animation. It's very cute. Although the problem with describing it is that I always want to say, oh, it's hardware emulation, which I guess it is. But it's... I have been led to believe it is a meaningfully distinct term, which maybe it's... I don't know. I don't understand how an FPGA works. I don't understand how you can, like, reprogram hardware to act like other hardware. I don't understand computers, and judging by the way that the world seems to be going, Fuck computers. Man, I am real bad at this today. First place. I love being in first place, ahead of my other first place, where I also lost on stage 2. Computers ain't so bad. Computers are terrible. They're too good. And $1 billion, I'll just never upgrade my desktop. I will have a 980 Ti until the day I die. The day I T-die. It will run forever and ever. Amen. Until MATLAB one day removes the GPU-accelerated machine learning that I need for my job. In which case, I'll just do all that work in lab and be much less productive. I did see that they're shutting down Sora. I don't know, like, OpenAI seems like a very poorly managed company. And I don't know if, like, ChatGPT is still the, you know, like, quote-unquote leading AI agent. But it does kind of seem to me that they massively blew a lead in the market share. Oops. Oh, I've screwed that up. I don't think the N64 D-pad is very good. Like, it's fine, but I keep getting a lot of, like, false diagonal inputs that I don't mean. Maybe that's just because I've always played with a DualShock when I'm playing Puyo, and that's got, like, the segmented D-pad, where it's a lot easier to just make sure you're hitting, like, one direction. Not like the band. Oh, for fuck's sake, that was the one place I needed that not to go. Oh, no. Sorry. Not to swear. God, stop doing that! I need these uncovered. That goes there. This goes here. That goes nowhere. That goes nowhere. This goes here. This goes here, and then we pop. If you cover my popping hole, I'm gonna lose it. Okay, we're good. Oh my god. I checked out any of the N64 decomps. No, I've meant to at some point. Like the Majora's Mask one, which I think also has like a big texture replacement thing patch. But I haven't messed with any of them, and instead of doing something that makes sense, like playing a much more optimized, decomped version of an N64 game at my computer, which is where I'm currently playing the Analog 3D, I decided to just spend money on bespoke hardware to only play N64 games. The end. I will eventually. What's that sound? Oh, that's right, I turned my rice cooker on. mean, the biosector, like, truthfully, would benefit from a lot of machine learning analysis. Especially some of the stuff that I've been doing lately with, like, scoring sleep and wake EEGs. And we have some automated pipelines for that people have made. Like, I don't know. It's kind of... like, I get why, you know, AI has kind of become this... I don't know, extension of the culture war, for lack of a better way to phrase it. But, I don't know, I do feel like it is very useful for a number of things. A bunch of, like, rote analysis tasks we'd otherwise be doing by hand. Especially when, like, the demands of research these days are, like, you know, you don't put out a paper with, like, 2 authors and 3 figures anymore. It's, like, a 12-author byline and 8 figures plus a bunch of supplementals. And, like, the expectations for, you know, biomedical research anymore are, like, so much greater than they had been in past decades, that, like, you know, having assistants to collect more data and analyze more data and get, you know, results over a longer time course, all of that, like, that's generally a boon for the field, I think. Does that work? Yeah. But also, like, it sucks that everything is $1 billion now. How many billion-dollar sectors the biomed sector? I don't know. I'm in academia. I don't know anything about industry. Ultimately, the biggest problem with AI is the huge promises they made. But the thing is, like, I don't know, to me, it's still nuts that I can just, like, talk to a computer and it replies. You know, pretty competently for the most part. You know, not to say, like, oh, well, it's still not having issues, like, hallucinating stuff or, like, making up citations or whatever. But, like, I don't know, just a one day computers pass the Turing test and all of a sudden it's like, whatever, it's no big deal. But I don't know, the fact that I can just, you know, send a sentence to ChatGPT or something and say, hey, look, it's 2 in the morning, my brain's not working, can you, like, make this more concise? Can you rewrite this and take out, like, 2 words or something? And maybe it doesn't even, like, give me great output, but the fact that I can, like, bounce it off anything at any point in time and just, like, have another quote-unquote opinion to at least, like, get my own noggin joggin', I think is still pretty good. Bought a PlayStation Portal. I saw that they're increasing the price for that, but I didn't see how much. Do people like the PlayStation Portal? Because my impression was always that it's, like, incredibly limited. You know, unlike, oh, it's the Vita, it does remote play. But also has, like, its own library of things. It's also its own computer under the hood. Whereas the PlayStation Portal just kind of seems like a Wi-Fi television specifically for a PS5, maybe 4? Seem to have forgotten about the "that's a spicy meatball" talk I had on stream. I guess I did. I don't know what that's referring to. Was that when I was having the chat with Santa while playing Wind Waker and I made him Italian, or... I don't remember things anymore. But no, I remember messing around a lot with like remote play, especially on the PS3 and the PSP back in the day, and it was not very good. A lot of PS3 games didn't support it out of the gate, whereas I think every like PS1 game that you could play on the PS3 would support remote play, and I remember trying to play some of Rayman 2 that way. And I'm gonna lose. But it was like super laggy. Even when I think it was just like a direct Wi-Fi connection between the PS3 and the PSP, like 10 feet away. Too much brain space devoted to mice, not enough for memories. No, it's probably just too much weed and too much Ambien. Too many benzos for sleep. Something something. Inhibiting LTP. Something something. Hippocampal atrophy with major depression. In some way, it is probably my own damn fault. Or maybe I've always been like this and I don't remember. You should get a Sony handheld. You should get a Vita, because they're really good, and the D-pad is shockingly excellent. It's a great machine to play Cave Story, or Spelunky, every 4 months on, whenever you remember, like, oh yeah, Spelunky! I loved that game. Time to do the daily challenge and then forget about it for another couple of months. I've been sort of tempted to get a really cheap, if such a thing exists anymore, projector, just to like bring outside when I'm on the balcony and project onto the wall. Play like Mario Party on the deck or something. I think that would be fun. You should get a Vita over a PSP, truthfully. I like the PSP, but the original model specifically is kind of hard to go back to. Especially the fact that that square button, specifically, on those original models, is like weirdly hinged and recessed in a way where it doesn't push down flat, it's always depressed at an angle, because Sony didn't want to like space it a little bit farther from the screen to change the dimensions of the unit. And the screen resolution's also kind of, I don't know, like it's fine, but it definitely does not feel like a modern LCD, whereas I think like the OLED in the original Vita model still holds up pretty well. And you also get like native 2x scaling, I think, maybe it's 4. For PSP games on the Vita, and I've never bothered to do it, but I probably will eventually. You can like homebrew the hell out of it and get a bunch of like old Android ports of games, like all the mobile ports of the PS2 GTA games you could run on the Vita just fine. Or maybe they're like PC ports. Via like Portmaster or something. The only problem is that I think the Vita feels a little bit cheaper than the PSP. Which is like actually made of metal, where I think the Vita is mostly plastic. And there's sort of a hollowness to it, whereas the PSP feels like a Swiss watch. Very dense in a satisfying way. That probably only goes for the original models, maybe the 2000? Because I know they started changing the hardware around a bit. Like the disc tray no longer pops out like it did on the original ones. I think you have to manually pull it out. Which, again, doesn't really matter, but it was always funny, just like slightly twisting an original PSP in a way where the disk drive would pop open and the UMD would shoot out. Also, I've never found a good replacement source for PSP batteries. Every official PSP battery I've ever bought has inflated like mad. And, oh crap, see that was a weird input on this controller. Yeah, and I shelled out for like the extended life ones, and those also inflate. I bought replacement third-party batteries, and they just arrived DOA. Oh man, I'm eating it here. I have to pop something. I think it needs... Stop doing that! No. No, 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 no. I need... what do I need? A lot. I need so much. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, no, there is this YTMND in my mind that I think is like a GoldenEye parody, and it's just somebody shooting UMDs out of a PSP instead of one of the normal weapons. One of these, like, old tech vagary things that nobody will remember. Like, oh, remember when you can rotate the PlayStation logo in case your console is vertical? Oh man, it's so bad. I should not have done all of the things I did. Ah, fuck. I hate you, video game. That's me! Osk! With the 0. Oh, it smells like rice in here now. At some point I'm probably gonna break and eat, like, curry leftovers. And I guess I could just eat them on screen. On stream. Does that work? Oh, that doesn't work. Tragic. I was thinking about ordering food, but remembered I had leftovers that I made. Which I should probably eat. I had a bunch of, like, peanut sauce I made. Maybe, like, last week? I guess it must have been. It was pretty good. For, like, a recipe, I mostly just free-handed. There was this restaurant that I'd eat a lot at Baltimore, or when I was in Baltimore, and it was, they had this really good, like, roasted tofu in spicy peanut sauce thing I would get all the time as an appetizer. And figured, I mean, how hard can that be to make? And I think I mostly figured it out. It's very hard to cook with, like, a decent amount of peanut butter and not have whatever you're eating just feel like you're eating peanut butter. Like, a lot of additional crap has got to go into it to where you're like, okay, this kind of tastes like peanuts, but also a lot of other things. And I think the answer ended up being, like, more lime juice, and more, like, rice wine vinegar or something. But ended up using that as, or the leftovers from that as some other curry base. A bunch of additional stuff, magical herbs and spices. It was pretty good. I don't remember if I showed off pictures. I mean, it doesn't look like much. It's kind of hard when, like, the main color of your food is just brown. It's stuff in a brown sauce. Here you go. Try to not make fecal comparisons. Challenge impossible. But it tastes pretty good. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, please, fish. Don't kill me. I need to do my thing. Although... yeah, whatever, just pop it. What you have to do is get the PS3 with the Frankenstein mod, where they've replaced the GPU or the CPU or both, I don't remember, with the versions that are on a smaller process from the Slim into the fat models. Which I've been, like, vaguely tempted to do now and then, but then I realized, like, I don't need to spend $600 on a PS3. Like, granted, it will play PS2 games and, like, upscale them decently, but I'll need another object. And, like, I own a PS3 somewhere. I don't know. It's not a particularly notable PS3, it's a fat model that does not have backwards compatibility, so it's kind of just not great at anything in particular. Although they do have that leaked Sony software emulator for PS2 games on the PS3, which apparently has, like, decent compatibility. It was great at playing Persona 5, everyone's favorite PS triple game. Love playing PS3 games in like 2015. Like when the PS2 was depreciated by the PS3, it felt like, okay, well, I'm still gonna keep the PS2 hooked up. We're still gonna get like good games for it that are coming out. The hardware's still pretty good. All of that. But like when the PS4 came out, it just felt like, okay, throw your PS3 in the trash. No one's gonna make any more games for this thing if they don't have to, and they didn't make like a very tiny version like they did with the PS2 Slim. So like Persona 5 being a PS3 game primarily, question mark, or at least like started development on that platform, is still kind of wild. Because I'm sure the vast majority of people who played Persona 5 did not like dig out a PS3 to play it on that. Unless you're me, in which case that's what you do. And the fact that they're porting Metal Gear Solid 4 to something else is very upsetting. I think you should be forced to own a PS3 if you want to play PS3 games. I want the worst for everybody. Crap. Oh, was it 2017? Yeah, no, that's even more amazing. Because I was thinking, like, by 2015, that wasn't that long after the PS4. It's me, RE6. I remember Atlas not allowing you to stream it at first. Or like more than an hour or something, and then they recanted that. But everybody was pretty unhappy. Yeah, that I guess. Okay, that's gotta go there, then this has gotta go there, this has gotta go... Oh, I can't put that anywhere. I guess we have to build it like this. No, we can't drop a blue in that. Oh, this hole is just so incompatible with everything I want to put in there. Is that a bad idea? No, that works. Oh shit. It's another, like, false diagonal. Video games. Oh, it's Friday and I didn't do anything today. Just watch the plumbers install a dishwasher with a lot of profanity, a lot of Jesus Christs. It's like a two-man comedy duo, except they're in my kitchen and like cannot get the pipe fittings detached from the old dishwasher. Or any of that. It's a lot of like, oh, we gotta bring in the torch, oh, we gotta get the Sawzall. But at least I have a dishwasher. The gap between Persona 5 and Persona 6 is now longer than Persona 5 and Persona 4. Yeah. I guess. I want a Persona game where everyone's just like a grown-ass adult. Like, yeah, I did high school. I went to high school, I completed it. I played Persona 3 and I went back to high school. I played Persona 4 and I went back to high school. I played Persona 5 and I went back to high school. Surely I had to have graduated by now. What I'm saying is they have to make a video game where you're a early to mid-30s neuroscientist suffering with depression and shoot yourself in the head to some magical demons. And if it can also star me specifically, that would be even better. Please and thank you. Like, I don't even want, like, oh, now we're in college! Now we're in grad school! Like, no, fuck it. I need, like, full-on, you know, disillusioned, no longer a young, I guess, adult Persona game. Oh, I shouldn't have put that there. I couldn't do reds. Well, can I do red? I guess I can do red. We can just fill it back in. What if we do this, and then we do this, and then we get totally fucked? Does that work? Oh no, we're just screwed. We are like... Can we... Oh shit, no, we can't. We can't. It's over. Recite the gamer mantra. I'm not PewDiePie, I can't say that. Just call me KW6, I guess. Wow, look at this illustrious list of high scores. How much of this game is cut off? Oh, a little bit. Not too bad. I guess you could do fill, but the pixels aren't as nice. Oh, the I am a gamer video is a very different one than the one I was thinking of. Where the guy's like, I don't need to have a real life. I played Mass Effect, I was Commander Shepard, and I flew a ship in space. I saved Princess Zelda. Everyone calls me a loser nerd, but actually I'm the hero of time. And then he took that video down because it was laughable. I mean, I get where it's coming from, but also I would like my life to run at more than 20 FPS. Get him! Does it feel any different playing this on an FPGA versus original hardware? No? I don't think. I don't have an N64 with me to test. But on the whole, it's felt pretty much the same. I'm not sure if there's a tiny bit more input latency. There might be. but I've also been playing this more than the original N64, and without the ability to go back and forth, I couldn't really tell you. The Nintendo Switch Online N64 controller replica that I ended up buying, despite it being really good and the stick feeling really, really good, definitely does introduce more latency, though, than the wired one. And I got that specifically to use on the analog 3D, so I was a little bit bummed that it is not like... well, god damn it. The optimal replacement that I was hoping it would be. But I think it did kind of color my initial expectations on, like, oh, does this have input latency or not? Also, I don't think I played Puyo-san on original hardware, ever. And the N64 version I definitely never played on the N64. Back when there was still the N64 that lived here. It did not have Puyo-san built into the flash cart, and I never thought to add it. But I mean, it feels fine. It feels comparable to playing it on any other hardware I've played it on. Or just like emulating it. It's simultaneously a game where like reaction speed and frame rate and input latency and everything is important, but also kinda not really. You're not, like, doing that much. It's like a D-pad and a button. Maybe even 2 buttons if you ever rotate pieces in both directions, but I never, ever do that. Which kind of makes me a shitty Puyo player. Because you kind of end up getting yourself into jams where, like, if you rotated a piece in a different direction, you could make it, like, fit slightly better in some, like, tough circumstances. But retraining my brain at this point to learn how to play Puyo and rotate pieces in both directions is too much. It's never gonna happen. So I'll just get really good at, like, doing it wrong. But having that be, like, good enough. No! I don't want to get rid of that, but I have to. Okay, no, we have to do this, and we have to do this, and then we win. Yeah, okay. Gotta counter all of his garbage. Oh my god. Oops, sorry. God, that Jeopardy game is so bad. What am I doing with this? I was initially thinking I can get an all clear, but now I can't. I don't know why I played it for hours. Because people were here to watch me play it for hours, and it was, like, vaguely entertaining. It's like, how many times can we play Wheel of Fortune and make jokes about the word being penis and it still being funny, and the answer is at least 3 hours. Although some of the hypothetical answers just being like on the meat bone are also pretty funny. Ah, whatever, it's probably enough to win. It's still really weird to me that this flash cart came with, like a whole list of N64 ROMs, but somehow, like, no games that begin with a W? Or like one, maybe? But everything is alphabetized by folder, and they didn't have a W folder, so there is no wheel. And that just seems like a very odd game to exclude. Like, it sucks and you shouldn't play it, but like... Sorry, you've got like prototypes for multiple games on here, but yet not the whole library of N64 games that actually came out. Oh, fuck, man, I'm so screwed. Okay, wait, maybe? No. Yeah, I don't think it has Winback on this, unless it had a different name and they put the Japanese ROM on here. Winback always seems like an interesting game, because it reminds me of Metal Gear, slightly. Played a small amount of it, completely bounced off of it. I should try it again. I was kind of surprised, though, how much I did not really enjoy playing Mischief Makers. I'd always thought that game was, like, sort of an N64 hidden gem and actually kind of good, and then I replayed some of it last night. It's like, not really. It's okay. But it just feels like every time you play an N64 game that's not part of the established N64 canon, you're grading on such a curve. Like, yeah, this is... I guess this is playable, kinda? And even games that are like halfway decent are not that great on the N64. Like I don't think the N64 has got like either of the versions of Puyo better than like the PlayStation or Saturn ports of these games. Or like what else? There's another game I had in mind and I'm blanking on it. But like even games that the N64 has that are like totally fine, you know, like Pokemon Puzzle League is totally fine, but if you want to play Tetris Attack or Panel the Pond or anything, it's kind of very cheaply produced in a way that does not make it the go-to platform for these games. Yeah, like, it's got an impressive port of Resi 2, but if you're gonna play that game, you're not reaching for the N64 version unless you want to be like, wow, look at how much they compressed the dialogue and the cutscenes and everything. You know, it's like a impressive for the console technical showpiece kind of thing, but also, boy, I wish this had a CD-ROM. And I kept forgetting that the original Resident Evil did not come out on the N64. It came out on the Saturn. But there's no N64 port. That? that, not that, not that, but that. Get rid of this. That goes there. I don't know if we can fit enough greens on this, truthfully. Probably not. It's probably gonna cover that. Oh, it's not. Okay. We can get rid of all this crap on the left, which we don't need. I think the trigger is the blue. Yeah, so now the trigger is the green. And that means that, 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 that. That wasn't supposed to start popping. This. Get rid of that. That. Clear that out. You gotta stop doing that to me. I just gotta put this there. Oh yeah, I forgot they had that DS port of the original Resident Evil. The GS is such an odd console because you think it would get a lot more N64 ports than it actually got. And I guess Mario 64 DS, being a launch title, kind of primed you for having more N64 ports. I'm like, oh, it's like an N64 in my pocket in terms of hardware, with no texture filtering. But like, I fell victim to so many message board rumors and like fake screenshots where it's like, look, it's Ocarina of Time and it's running on a DS. And they're all just like mock-ups of fake games. But I don't know, it's like simultaneously more and less N64 ports than you would expect. I don't remember if the port of Rayman 2 was based on the N64 port. I mean, I feel like if you're going to port a game to the DS, you're not going to start with the N64, because it's probably, like, architecturally not super related. You know, and you've also got, like, oh, a Dreamcast port, oh, a PC port, oh, a PlayStation port. Maybe the DS dev kits were slightly easier to work with like old N64 games, but I don't know. I don't think they need to remake Ocarina of Time. I think the 3DS port's still pretty good. You know, it looks the way that you think the game looks in your mind. It runs at 30 FPS, which is like the biggest sin of the original, that it only ran at 20. I mostly just don't want to have to buy a new copy of it for the third time. Like, they could just re-release Ocarina of Time 3D and, you know, that's probably fine. Just put, like, an up-resed version up for sale for, like, $20. Like, yeah, it was a landmark title and really groundbreaking and important in a bunch of ways, but also, you know, it came out, like, 30 years ago, and we don't need another port, I'm sorry. It's a really good game, but like I don't know what remaking it would add, really. Like, yeah, it'd look nicer, but I don't know. I say all this as if I'm not gonna buy it regardless, should it come out. Unless it's the Switch 2 exclusive, in which case I might be waiting a while. Like, the enhanced frame rate is a little bit weird to get used to, and it definitely feels like a different game, but the fact that whenever I would play it, I would always have the 3D slider all the way up kind of allowed my brain to make it feel like a separate thing. Not like, oh, Ocarina of Time feels weird, as much as it's like, oh, this is kind of a different game. Slightly. And if I want to play it at like 2/3 of the frame rate, I could just dig out my cartridge. Which, one of these days I have to back the saves up on and replace the save battery. I'm assuming it's still got battery lifespan. Because I've got N64 carts here that are of a similar vintage and they still save. But they won't forever. And like, no, this 25-year-old save of an Ocarina of Time playthrough that's just called Link, and yeah, it has the game beaten, but like not 100% or anywhere near that. You know, not incredibly important to save, but it is kind of nice to at least say I've backed up chunks of my childhood somewhere. In the same way that at some point I'm probably gonna have to get like a Dreamcast VM2 or a VMU2 or whatever they're called. Like the VMU replacements that have a new screen and micro SD cards and everything, and you can just, you know, copy data off the VMU onto that thing. And I never really even thought it was all that important to keep backup of, but I still have no idea why my Sonic Adventure 1 save got deleted at some point. Just from like accidentally unplugging the controller because it was drifting slightly and I had to blow in the port. But the fact that it like deleted all 3 of my Sonic Adventure save files kind of freaked me out. Like, again, oh, if all my Sonic Adventure 2 Chow disappear, is my life gonna be meaningfully different? No, not really, but I'd be kind of bummed. No, most N64 games did not use save batteries. But like, I've got a copy of Mario Golf here that does, and that still saves. Ocarina of Time does, Majora's Mask doesn't. I don't know if they use like a higher capacity battery for those compared to the Game Boy. Because they have those watch cell batteries. There's like a 2032 and like, shit, one that's I think larger in capacity and maybe a slightly bigger physical size. But like, all my old Pokemon saves are gone. And I know like, oh, Gen 2's got a real-time clock and that drains the battery faster, sure. But like, even my Pokemon Red and Yellow carts were dead. So the fact that like, you know, contemporaneous N64 carts are still saving to this day is kind of surprising to me. Speaking of Chow and Chow-like things, are you aware of Bobo Bay releasing next month? I have never heard of anything that you've just said until literally this second. So no. Is it just Chow Garden? See, the problem is that they could make a new Chow Garden. Someone could make a new indie game based off of, like, Chow and everything, but it's not the same. There's no Sonic in it. You know, like, I like Chow, but it was a bonus. Like, oh, I played these levels. Oh, I'm getting, like, all the emblems. Oh, I'm getting, like, A's and everything. You know, I'm playing the games. I'm getting stuff to feed my Chow. I do it on the side. But, like, I'm here for Sonic Adventure 2. I'm here for Sonic the Hedgehog. if it were at like 100% Chow. Ah. And like earlier today, when I was in lab, I was thinking, like, oh, it'd be pretty fun to, you know, bring my N64 transfer pack and my copy of Crystal with the battery. It's probably dead again. Or not Crystal, I'm sorry, Silver, the better version. And, like, play through the game on Pokemon Stadium 2 and, like, use said Pokemon to go through that cart. Like the Gym Leader Tower, or whatever it is. I never had Stadium 2. But, like, that seems like it might be fun, and, like, you know, I could do that, replay the Gen 2 games, have, like, a strategy guide open. You know, not like I need it, because those are very easy games, and the level curve is kind of shitty. But, you know, it might be kind of fun to go through, like, period-appropriate strategy guides, replaying this game, getting my team out in, like, 3D, playing it on the N64. You know, it's like an investment involved on real hardware that might be kind of novel. Their own GameCube. Not their own memory card. You should have just bought a Dreamcast. It's not too late, you could still buy one. I still haven't figured out the issue with mine not reading burnt discs. Like, I assume it's an issue with laser power, but also it has so few other issues regarding reading, like, actual retail games that... Like, yeah, I know, like, a burnt CD is not gonna have the same reflectivity of, like, a pressed CD or, you know, manufactured CD, however they do it. But, like, you know, it should run it. Or, you know, if the laser were dying, you'd think you would see it in more cases other than just only in burnt discs. I guess Crazy Taxi 2 does not work, but I kind of chalk that up to the disc itself. Which maybe, I don't know, it's not. Yeah, no, I should try burning my own discs. I just would have to buy CDRs, and I'm never thinking, like, oh, I should get a spindle of CDs. I don't think I've ever burnt a single disc on this computer, despite it having 2 DVD RW drives in it. The weird thing about the Dreamcast, though, is that if you go to AliExpress, they have so many Dreamcasts that are modded for portable use, and they're all, like, I don't know, probably like a foot apart. Like your left and right hands. They're big. You know, it's like we took a Dreamcast shell and modded a screen into it and also hooked it up to a battery. And, like, you can play it portably, I guess, and there's this weird cottage industry of, like, portable modded Dreamcasts on AliExpress that does not seem to exist for any other console. I think they might sell kits for certain other systems, but, like, let me see. Oh god, AliExpress is the worst goddamn website. Like, it just feels like I get a disease every time I go to it. Like, no. No. Well, maybe this is not as big as I thought. Oops. But no, there's like a bunch of weird portable Dreamcasts. And it's big. Like, this is a... It's like a whole ass laptop or something. And I don't know... I mean, it's very funny that it's just like a really big controller. But I don't know why it's just the Dreamcast that does this. I mean, like, look at this fucking thing. And they're all in these different form factors, and... Like, I don't know, what if we took the Dreamcast shell and put buttons on it? Including, like, a GameCube analog stick? You know, like, I don't know what it is about the Dreamcast specifically, but there are a bunch of them. Whereas if you look up portable, like, PS2, I guess they've also been done. Well... Yeah, I guess there are a couple. But not as many. Oh, God, look at this chunky Vita. Like... It's very funny that they made it look like an actual system, but it's also, like, probably 3 inches thick. And this battery display screen is... like, of all the ways you can indicate the battery life, it's this? Like a whole-ass secondary screen? Not like, oh, I don't know, the LED turns red when the battery's dying. Like, no, let's put a whole secondary display on this thing, covered up by your hand most of the time. Like, what an insane proposition. Like, what even is this? Oh, I thought this was plugged in. I was wondering why it has, like, input and output. But no, it just placed next to it. But yeah, what a weird thing. N64 portable? No. From what I remember, the N64 is weirdly obnoxious to make into a portable system. I remember Ben Heck, if anybody knows that name, this guy who would just make a bunch of portable systems in, like, the aughts, I guess. He probably still does, although he's had some questionable opinions on things in recent years. I mean, surely, like, PS3 is too much to run on a battery, yeah. Probably just, like, PS2. Well, I guess there's a lot of portable GameCubes. Oh yeah, I guess you can just harvest a bunch of Wiis for this. And from what I remember, the Wii motherboard can be cut down a lot. Truthfully, this looks like a... well... okay, it looks a little bit chintzy, but... you know, it looks a lot better to hold than the Dreamcast portable did. Wow, I love video. Wait, what is... does this just... no? Hey, wait, I have that exact same rug. Wait. Is it the same? I'm literally on it right now. No, it is... it is very close, but it is not the same. Anyway. Wow, $1 off. $1.16 off on orders over $1.16. The one thing that I liked with the Dreamcast portables, though, is that they also have the VMU display. I don't know if the VMUs come out. They probably don't. But, like, that's pretty cool to me. Anyway. I could carry a Wii U with me and use the gamepad, but think about playing a GameCube portably for like 30 minutes on a battery. That sounds pretty good. Forces you to become a speedrunner. Oh, this is gonna start getting kinda hairy, isn't it? Don't do that. Please, 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 just no, don't. Okay, this might fit. Yeah, okay, no, we're good. Don't you dare combo any of that garbage I sent you, of which there is a lot. Okay, good. Yeah, no, that Slim PS1 with the screen is, That screen has got an incredible lifespan for a whole bunch of portable systems. I remember, like, back to Ben Heck, who did all those portable systems back in the day. I think they all used like PS1 displays because they're incredibly versatile to mod or something, or they like already are modified to run on battery or something. To the extent that I think they have gotten weirdly expensive just because of all the things people are using them for. Let's see. I'm curious. Ebby, what do we got? PS1 screen. OEM? Probably don't even need to. Yeah, no, like a PS1 and a screen are at least like $200. You can get a broken PS1 LCD screen for $99 or best offer. You know, they used to be like, I don't know, $50, if that. But, you know, they just got repurposed for a bunch of things, and it's not like Sony's making new ones. I don't know if all the other ports of the game are like this. They probably are, and I probably never noticed. But man, is the audio hard pen left and right in this version. And I don't think it did that in Puyo 2 for the Genesis, so it's probably a more recent gameplay addition. big chain, is it? Maybe if we just throw enough crap at him fast enough, we will win. Okay. All the way on the left. Stereo on the first model Genesis, I think, was weird because it didn't have a stereo AV jack, but like it had stereo output from the headphone jack in the front, I think. But then in the Model 2 it was normal. Like, I had a Model 3, which doesn't really even count as a Genesis. And that only had a mono audio output. Like, granted, it was a very cut back, like, system on a chip kind of Genesis. But it was always mono to me. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, 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 crap. My controller vibrates in defeat. Feels like every time I get somewhere else, I'll like get to a new level in this and then I will die. And then I will reattempt it, and then I will get past it, but it is only like one at a time. Layer upon layer, and eventually I will beat this. I don't know if the... Oops, not that. Oh, can you not get out of practice mode without resetting the console? Really? That's strange. I guess I probably could have just gotten a game over. Pokemon Snap? Oh, Puyo 4. I haven't played Puyo 4 in a very long time, and it's not very good. It's fine in terms of just like a Puyo game, but the art style is not very charming. It's this weird pre-rendered dark look on everything. No, the art style is... I don't know. Everything just seems so gray. Also, seeing Skeleton T's exposed pelvis seems weirdly pornographic. Oh, also this doesn't run at 60. Like, everything about it is just worse. It's so slow in comparison. I haven't played this in so long, and this is even worse than I remember it being. Like, I thought my complaints were initially just about the art style, but it's just not nearly as good to play. Also, the music kind of sucks. And like, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of neat that they animate in the middle, but I like those big full screen animations that you get in Puyo-Sun. I don't know why Arl is so washed out if I pop that... And I pop that, this might... Oh god, those garbage blocks come down way too fast compared to everything else. And like, it doesn't matter for gameplay, because they would come down at the same speed regardless. Or like, you know, they would take your turn anyway. It just feels bad. Everything about the trappings of this game, it's all just a downgrade. I don't remember what the new gameplay mechanic in this is. I remember it being slightly odd. Like, everyone's got... yeah, like super attacks or something. Some of which I remember being really obnoxious in the sense that they just pause the game. Or like, oh, you can't do anything for a little bit while the AI goes. I might be mixing that up with Columns 3, but like... you know, I thought the Suns in Puyo Sun, like, maybe not the best edition gameplay-wise. But, you know, they're unobtrusive. You can kind of just pop them like normal pieces. Why do some of the red ones have blue eyes? Do they? Oh, they're just like animating. They all have little, like, personality animations that don't really mean anything. I guess the red ones are just extra obvious about that. No, this is the N64 version of Puyo 4. Which... I don't know. I don't remember if the PlayStation version runs any better. It probably doesn't. What was I doing? Oh, Puyo. It's just bad. There's no reason to play it. Where, like, you know, I wish Puyo Sun on the N64 had the animated cutscenes, but whatever. Other than that, it's totally fine. God, though, does this game remind me of being in college in the summer of, like, 2013. The blobs probably animate more in Puyo Sun, but everything else about that game is just such a downgrade and feels horrendous. Also, there's a nice sunset outside. I don't know if it's worth going for the all clear versus just using it to keep building the chain up. It feels like it should have given me more garbage than that. Oh, that's annoying. What anime am I watching? none of them. Probably watch something eventually. Like, we had been going through various series recently and did like Peep Show as the most recent thing we went there. But like, I don't know. We just finished it. Gotta find something else to watch. Might find some anime of some sort. I've mostly just been catching up with things I probably should have seen by now. Like, I watched Eva for the first time last year, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know what's good though. And it's got like the Persona problem of just like, yeah, I get it. Everyone's in high school. Or like middle school, God forbid. As in like Bocchi the Rock. And that's fine, but man, I just want representation in media for old people. Okay, video games. I mean, did watch Welcome to the NHK, which I guess is a slightly older demographic, a little bit. That was alright. General idea is that there's no life after high school. As someone who definitely peaked in high school, I might be forced to agree. But I don't want to. That's the problem. I want like media that tells me, oh no, it's worth it. Keep going. Keep getting older. It'll be great. Purple please, purple please, purple please, no. 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 Yes. Oh, the pieces are coming down so fast. If I can get like another red with a yellow attached to it, which I did not get, that would be nice. Yeah, that's not even a chain anymore, really. Oh, oh yeah, the little Satan doll. It's very cute. haunted dance hall. Oh, the sprite art is so good. This, though, I might have to just make real quick chains. So I think I'm gonna lose otherwise. Yeah. See, the intro cutscene that they don't have in the N64 version, because it's like a pre-rendered thing, establishes that the plot of this game is just Satan making the sun too strong so he could get a tan and then get girls to like him. Which is like not really made apparent in the truncated version they have in here. I also think his voice is weirdly too deep. It's probably enough to win. I did it. I love video games. Me, I'm the best. Boy, it smells like rice. Oh, wait, I was gonna check the rice cooker. I was gonna see how much time is left. Two minutes? This container is so full. Still smells good. Oh. It's so in the container. Okay. Dishwasher again. I can just put stuff in a box and then it's clean. Instead of having to be the dishwasher. Man, that is good curry. Not to gloat. Oh, the rice is done. Oh, this new computer smell that the dishwasher has is like unironically making my mood better. It's just a very familiar plastic tech smell that I associate with a better era. And now it's in my kitchen. Every time I open the door. Okay, we need a green. We need a green. No, that. This is maybe a bad idea, but if I get a double yellow, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, I still need a yellow. Please, one more yellow. Don't put it in the yellow place. Okay, we're good. There, we won. Oh, the pieces come down so fast! Okay. Me, I'm the best. I'm excited to use the dishwasher. I haven't run a cycle yet. I figure I should be here when I first run it just to double check it's not leaking. But it's got so many buttons. It's so much bigger on the inside than my old one was. Somehow. It's got like a third rack. It's got... Like my old one had the... Like the spindle spinny bit on the second rack, but it would have like a big thing in the middle that stuck out, which meant you couldn't put things like in the middle of the rack. You'd always have to kind of space it out, and it would never be quite enough space. The third rack is right at the top though, and it maybe only has like 4 inches of clearance from the very top of the dishwasher, so I don't really know what you would put in it. But it does have an option. Yeah, but no, silverware goes in the basket. The spatulas go in the basket. Oh, the dildo rack. Of course. SSS. Oh. Should I eat my food on stream like a degenerate? Should I eat food and watch YouTube? Change my name to Guts? Or should I turn the stream off, sit on the couch, and watch YouTube? Watch Pawn Stars. Fork in one hand, a phone in the other. Scroll Reddit while watching Pawn Stars while eating food on the couch. Yeah, my name is Rom. Oh, it sounds like food. Nice guy. See, I feel like with Puyo-san, you could tell they had fun making it, whereas Rainbow Papa would never have worked on Puyo 4. I'll just have to watch my own videos. Now, I guess if they're on your channel, you don't know. YouTube probably doesn't even work like that. Like, no, I plagiarized myself. It's cool. Special thanks, Kiki. Jumbo Tanaka. I wish my name were Jumbo Tanaka. Like growing up slightly chubby and or like larger than the other children and having to wear husky-sized clothing permanently scar you into adulthood. Special thanks to all the staff. I don't know. Everyone. You did it. Congratulations, you must be a tough Puyo player. Now play with your friends and improve your skill. Had big fun? See ya! I forgot this text was in the game. Had big fun, see ya is a really good phrase. Had big fun. see ya. Oh, he dabbed on him. I gotta go use the bathroom, then I'm gonna eat my food. My home cooking. Washing dryer rack thing. Like pencil just falling out. Brown rice. Haven't really eaten in 2 days, so this is probably going to be pretty tasty. Oh yeah, there's chicken in this. God. Chicken, garlic, peppers, peanut butter, curry paste, soy sauce. I guess it's tamari technically. Rice wine, vinegar. Coconut milk, chicken stock. Oh, it's good. Chop meat. We're good. Don't worry about that. Not that it's especially hard to do, it turns out, but turns out I know how to cook. Can you believe it? Let's see, what is eating content? What have I been watching? Probably crap. Oh yeah, remember this?